guys. Right, I'm back on videos again. I'm going to just talk a little bit about this little truck that I bought. I haven't really talked about it much. I haven't been making a lot of videos. We're still in the midst of a massive heat wave in the UK. It's just too hot to be messing about making videos. And with this thing, I kind of got to just have some fun. I don't want to mess about with it too much, although that's bound to happen, but I just wanted to get it out and have some fun. Which was pretty difficult to start off with, even though it was kind of cool and fun. The standard tyres it comes on, well, they're dreadful, they're absolutely awful. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it though, so these tyres for these trucks are going to be quite expensive. So I found these fast track swampers and thought, let's just give them a go. Now they're oversized, you can see how they're oversized. Let's give it a kind of slightly different look, but I quite like it. It's kind of a bit more custom, a bit more funky. But that wasn't really what it was all about. I actually didn't realise they were that big. But the compound on them and how soft they are has just transformed the way this truck works. So it really does crawl well. You've seen the last video I put up, roughly one of the last videos, how well it's now doing. It's actually crawling and then doing a better job than the Defender, which is a 400 odd quid truck. So yeah, I mean, it's all good as gold. And this thing is just amazing. Anyone who wants to get into this and don't want to spend much money, grab one of these. I mean, I was a bit dubious about it to start off with. It's got a really small motor in it and all that stuff, but to be honest with you, I've actually had to turn the throttle dual rate down because it's too quick to crawl slowly. And it's a little bit too trigger happy, but you turn the throttle rate down and you can get the perfect balance on it for crawling. And then obviously when you're out of the truck, you just turn it back up again. But yeah, it's been a fantastic little bit of kit. I've got some minor issues, obviously because these tyres are bigger, they rub, but that's not really the main issue I've got with it. We don't seem to have a lot of turning radius on it. If you watch my last videos, I mean, the TRX turns a lot sharper than that. I had a quick look earlier on, and I would say that literally just a longer servo horn would just give me more leverage to turn the wheels further. They're not going where they're going to hit anywhere else just yet, I don't think anyway, but there's just not much lock on it, so you can't get it around tight bends. Now it will rub at a certain point when it's pushed, but that doesn't bother me on crawlers, make any difference to me. So yeah, I've got a servo horn for the TRX4, and the TRX4's got a really long one on it. I'm going to swap that one over. I'm going to put that one on this one at some point. I've got a special one for the TRX4, which is designed for it. So I don't know really what's special about them really, but it's a clamp one. I like the clamp ones, and it's the same sort of design as the original. So I'll put the other one on this one at some point. But really all I'm going to do with this for now is have a look at some of these scale accessories, which I actually bought for the TRX4, but they were cheap. And I didn't want to spend a lot on this sort of stuff, and to be honest with you, they're just little toys really. And I don't want to mount lots of stuff to this truck, because the one thing about this is it's light, it's everything the TRX is not basically. It's just light and nimble. But it doesn't stop you having a bit of fun with stuff. And these scale accessories, they're too small for the TRX. Even though they said 1/10. The TRX has already got some on it and they're much bigger than these. But this truck is actually smaller, so I'm thinking I might be able to do something. I don't want to put a roof rack on it, because all I ever see with people with these with roof racks is my truck's top heavy. That's because you put a big metal roof rack on it. But logically, I should be able to just fix a few of these things about, cheer it up a bit. They look about the right scale to me. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to put too much on it because you get snagging points, but I guess if you're in line with a bumper, you're not causing too much trouble. They just cheer it up a bit. I don't know what to put where. Maybe that there, some over there. I'm not sure the blue's really going to go because you won't really see it. Little shovel here, which doesn't appear to have anything to mount it with. So I don't know what you do with that, stick it on maybe, I don't know. The trouble is they all want to look like they want to go in the same place. I don't think I can use a roof without some sort of fitting up there really. They look a bit odd. But for now I think something like that there. Not going to stay, is it? Come on, do me a favour. There we go. Yeah, that cheers it up already. Maybe that up there. I might actually do just that. Don't quite know. Maybe just fix this across there. I don't know. Maybe glue it on or something. Yeah, I can glue it. It's not going to take any weight. I don't know. But yeah, it's fiddle about. So I just fiddle about with it. Yeah, so I bought these hooks when I first got the TRX just to cheer it up a bit because I've got a kind of red thing going on with it. But I've changed the bumpers, which means these are no use. So I kind of might, and I just, to be honest with you, just realised these have already got the mounting points on. So I'm going to just whack these on. I'm not going to go to great detail because they're obviously very simple. They just screw up. 1.5mm these are. Right, so I'm literally just going to go around and screw a few on. Don't think there's anything more to it than that. So. Oh, okay, these are kind of sided. But all I'm thinking is just cheer it up a little bit, you know? I mean, it doesn't need cheering up, this kind of funky little truck this, but I like some of these little accessories, especially the ones that don't affect performance. I don't think it really matters how tight they are. They're done up. I've got some replacement ones for the TRX, because I've put metal bumpers on it. I'm actually going to have to fit metal hooks with proper mounting points and stuff, and I think they'll look quite good on the TRX. So this kind of works out quite well. I don't like ordering things and wasting them. So and I never like sending things back. It's just a pain. So this is kind of handy. You see, I've still got some bead locks on the bench. They're actually, I was going to put those on this because it's so light. And then buy another pair for the TRX, another set for the TRX. But when I ordered these tyres, somebody told me they were unmounted, so I could use the tyres, and they turned up glued. So again, not exactly what I was after. Okay, so what we've done then? Yeah, it's kind of, they just cheered it up a little bit, and I think these extra accessories are going to do that as well. I'm going to put the rest of these on. I'll cut this video so it's not just showing me put these on non-stop because it's not difficult with it. But this one I just want to have some fun with. And also I'm going to take it on my nephew to take it out as well. And if I'm honest with you, this is now better crawling than the TRX, which didn't take much. So yeah, as much as I love the way the TRX looks, its performance is not its top thing with that body on. And I think at some point I would like to try and get a different body for it, but the long wheelbase makes that difficult. So if I get another body for the TRX, I want one that actually really improves performance. But I don't want to lose the ability to use the TRX body, so it's going to have to stay long wheelbase. What we got now? Yeah, cheered it up a bit. I have got some spotlights, some LED spotlights, but I just don't want to complicate the body by having a connection on it. It's just a bit of pain. Right. Okay. Now then, I'm really going to cheap out on putting these things on because I've just built an RC car that this servo tape was enough to glue the servo in because it's so strong. So I'm literally just going to glue these things on. I can always screw these on if I decide they're in the right place, but you can't undrill a hole. So let's try again with a bit more care. I think probably about there. Yeah, that's much better. That looks like it's supposed to be there. That's good. I'm guessing I can just use my body reamer. Body reamer once I've decided where it's going to go. So I think the fire extinguisher might look quite good. I don't know. It's hard for me to see from where I am, so I need to stand back from it. I'm not sure where that's going to look best. I'm sure it'll look fine wherever I put it. I think that's going to look better higher up. It doesn't look right down there. Probably in between there. Okay. So, and just mark some up with my body reamer. See where the middle is. But basically going to put a little cross there. So the only thing is whether it ends up straight or not, which I'm going to have to do afterwards. Right. Yeah, you can only line it up with a panel really. There's a line running there, so I'm just going to poke this through. And hopefully I won't make it too big, so that's already gone through. Try and get it exactly the right place. Right. Okay, so it's just gone through. You know what I mean, you're going to have it as an interference bit. I think I might just chop a little tiny bit of tape around it as well. And how thick are these pins? Yeah, they do a bit bigger than that. I absolutely love these body reamers, they're really useful. Saves you drilling things when you don't need to. It's not what they're really for, I don't think, but this is a really useful bit of kit. Oh, there we go. Snapped in on one, and snapped in on two, and it's straight. That worked pretty well. It's definitely not going to come off. I've got that exactly the right size. So, put this in. What do we think? I suppose we'll put it back on the truck. I want it to sort of look like it was supposed to be there. I don't really like it, things looking, unless I'm really going all out custom, I don't want something to look like it's been too fiddled with, so let's just see. Look, that's cheered the back end up now, and I'm not sure if it looks exactly right there, but I don't think you'd have questioned that if it had come like that, but now it looks like it needs something in the back window, which was, well, I was thinking maybe put that on, and I don't know if that looks right. No, I don't think that does it any favours. I think it really does anything, really. It sort of looks like it's been stuck there as well, so we'll leave that off. I've got some stickers, I think it came with some stickers. Maybe it needs something else around there. I would have used this, but you're not going to see it. And you wouldn't mount something like this on a window, so I wouldn't want to use that. I think we'll call it quits there. So we didn't do much of the front, so there's not much to look at there. So we've got the little red hooks on, and the back end, like I say, the body's not slotted in. The back end just looks a bit cheered up, I think. It's actually made the lights look a little bit toy-like because they're not real. So yeah, I mean, it's not done any harm to it, that's for sure. Jewellery's still out, I think. I'm not sure if I like them or not, but I can always pop them off. I think the one looks okay. I'm not too sure if it balances though. I'm not really sure. I don't think anyone will notice, so this is the kind of sort of thinking you put in and then nobody notices anyway, so just cheer it up a bit. It might catch on it actually, up there. It'd have to be a deep fall. Now a lot of other people with these trucks switch the battery to the front. So literally this mount is the same as that mount, so you swap the electronics to the back and the battery to the front. But it's already light at the back by a long way. I'm not sure if it's going to help. I mean, I'm going to use the 2S LiPo on it. I've got one of those, and it'll work on it. And that actually reminds me, I'm not sure if you've got to change the. Oh yeah, there is a jumper for. You have to change the jumper for LiPo, so I haven't done that yet. No, but for now, that'll do. It was only a little cosmetic exercise, it cheered it up a little bit, even when it's sitting around just with the little red hooks on. So, I didn't waste my Traxxas money either. And all these scale things, these scale things came off Amazon and they were sold as 1/10 scale. Now, I suppose you could say they are. They look okay on this, but they're no good for the TRX4. The actual petrol can that comes with TRX4 it's nearly twice the size of that, so it just doesn't make any sense to put it on it. There we go. Little FTX. I did make an adjustment earlier on and I was a bit disappointed because these body mats were one post lower. They've got a bit of rubbing going on, I wanted to lift it up a bit, and this side came up and this side was actually already snapped off or short, so I couldn't lift it up, so it's a little bit lopsided. Not that I'm playing too much, but I'm not buying anything for it to fix it either because it's not actually affecting it too much. But it's a bit disappointing because I didn't do that, it was actually already broken, so, or cut off at the wrong length. But there we go. For now, little FTX. It's hopefully going to get out this week in a proper trail, so I look forward to doing that. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Cheers.